Replacing challenging behavior with functional communication, Jessica Darby, Department of Special Education and Literacy, Applied Behavior Analysis Master's Program, Dr. Sarah Koff, Kean University. Introduction. People who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD, often exhibit language and communication deficits. Due to these communication deficits, learners with ASD may exhibit challenging behavior to express their wants and needs. This behavior may include aggression, property destruction, and self-injurious behavior. Purpose of study. The purpose of this study was to investigate the use of functional communication training by professionals in the fields of education and applied behavior analysis, ABA. A survey was used to identify the use of FCT and how effective it was perceived to reduce challenging behavior by those who used it. Participants. 7 participants that took the survey were graduate students enrolled in Applied Behavior Analysis Master's Program at Kean Universities. Various professors agreed to send emails to their students asking them to participate in the survey was conducted online to ask participants about their understanding of functional communication training. The survey was created by the author using the literature review and the introduction to as a guide to create questions. There were 16 questions in total. 5 were demographic questions. The other 11 were compiled based on the author's research and the literature review. Procedure. An email was sent out to graduate students by the professor in Applied Behavior Analysis, ABA, classes at Kean University, who qualified to take the survey because they had experience using functional communication training. Participants included BCBAs, teachers, RBTs, BTs, and speech therapists who worked with or have worked with people who are diagnosed with ASD. Results. What is your professional background? 14.3% were BCBAs, 28% were behavior therapists, 0% were speech therapists, 14.3% were teachers, and 57.1% were registered behavior technicians. Have you ever used functional communication training for preferred items to replace problem behavior maintained by access to tangibles? 100% answered yes. Of that, 87.5% of participants found it to be effective. Have you ever used an antecedent intervention such as modifying the motivation for the behavior to reduce challenging behavior? 85.7% answered yes. Of that, 100% of students found it to be effective or very effective. Have you ever worked on decreasing problem behavior in a play area by teaching communication? 85.7% answered yes. Of that, 100% of participants found it to be effective. References.